Seekonk Speedway, the action track of the East. We've got one hell of a show tonight and tomorrow.
Do you want where he's from and everything?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, geez, I don't know where they're from.
His name.
Yeah, this is Bill Tierney.
Yeah.
It's an Alfenhauser powered Curtis craft. Sursa, I'd say 1948 to 1950.
1948 to 1950.
Right. Bill comes from, I believe it's New Hampshire. 46.
This is 1946?
Right, and it started out as a Hillegas. Of course, down through the years, it's been modified and torn up and so forth. It's powered by a 1940 Ford V8 60. And it's owned by a gentleman by the name of Pete Podiak from Bethel, Connecticut. The car saw action throughout New England, but mostly in the Midwest, Ohio, Indiana, and even some in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Gas powered. It's a Hillegas midget powered by a Volvo engine. That's an oddity. It belongs to Roland Champagne, and it was previously owned by Bill Damon, who ran it with the old timers. Now there probably is some history to it, but I can't tell you, I can't go back many years with it.
Okay.
A 60s midget, probably around 65, 68, owned by Dick Reed of Bethel, Connecticut. And Dick acquired this car from the Midwest, and it's a it was a very, very competitive automobile. And in fact, it ran right up until the 70s. But Dick acquired it and is having a ball for himself with the old timers.
Okay.
For Curtis craft, a very nice restoration job on this. Yes, this has an Alfenhauser powered midget, Alfenhauser engine in it, 110 cubic inch probably. The history of the car, I don't know. I know that the car is owned by Henry. The car here happens to be mine.
Your name is?
My name is Boyd Hanauer, and I'm from Newtown, Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
Was built in 1937.
Please.
It was built in 1937 by Paul Duval of Massachusetts, Holyoke, Mass. And it was competed in New England and New York State, driven by Bill Randall and Andy son. I acquired it in 1977 and restored it.
Is that right? Yeah.
And this vehicle, the 81, is owned right now by Roscoe Pappy Hoff.
Oh yeah.
Truly a living legend in the annals of auto racing history. It's a Hillegas midget, built around 1948, and it's powered by a Ford V8 60. Pappy runs this at the old timers meets, and at 91 years of age, he still takes a few laps in it. And this beautiful piece is owned by, and I believe it's a Hillegas, Pinto powered, owned by John Palmer, comes from Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
And he bought it almost as a basket case, restored it, and as you can see, it's a restoration is just perfect.
Yep.
Beautiful piece. It's owned by Bob Carroll of Waterbury, Connecticut. It's a Hillegas, and this was the former Morganti car that was driven very successfully by King Carpenter. And it was sold to Freddie O'Hara and became the checkerboard, the famed checkerboard number 75. And it had a Harry Hull engine in it later on, twin fire. And as you can see, Morganti incidentally found it in a chicken coop in Long Island and brought it back to Connecticut and restored it. And as you can see, he did a marvelous job on it. It was driven in Pennsylvania by Smokey Snellbecker very successfully. In fact, the first time it ran, Smokey won a feature with it. I think it was at Port Royal, Pennsylvania.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Ran in the early 50s at Waterford, Riverside, Connecticut tracks, and Marvin Chase was the driver. And the car's been all restored, and it's with the New England Antique Racing Club now.
Thank you.
And 2X. They're both Eddie Flunkey cars in different generations. He drove for the Manchester Gravel, he drove for the 10, which was the Pinto, 1972. And then when he drove for Bobby Jenkins, he drove the 2X, which was a coupe. And this is the 2X that we have here that used to be Flunkey. So both the cars were driven by Eddie Flunkey.
Thank you.
Made under the number 30, probably 1970, 71, 72. It's a Mustang body with a Lindblad frame. And belongs to Steve Saunders from Bedford now.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
All right, thank you.
Speedway and Stafford Speedway by Bugsy Stevens.
Yeah.
Now owned by me,
And what is your name?
Al Morrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Two at ran at Nazareth, Pennsylvania. It was a championship. Ran on the dirt down there in the early 70s. And it belongs to Steve Saunders from Bedford also. And, that's about it.
Thank you. Stevens.
Short track.
David Pearson. Richie Evans.
The final check, make sure everybody's in their proper starting positions, and it looks like it's going to be okay. We're going to get the clinched green this time around. Nice and easy, and at the line, it is the green flag. And at the line, it stops there again, the number 53, taking the lead down into turn one. The 80 and the 53 make contact, and it looks like the bumpers got hooked on the two automobiles. Scott LaBelle in the 80 did back out of it, but the two bumpers got hooked. Nothing Scott could do except hold on to the number 53 and Scott's going to brings it around, has to bring it up to the rear of the field. Russ Taco, meanwhile, takes the lead as the 43 of Joe Cadero looks to take that lead from Russ. Kind of a shaky start there, but the 43 gets out of the corner, away side for burning that right rear tire. The 43, the 12, the 21, and the 68, all in the top five. Rapid Racer, Rich Napier, that 76 automobile working on outside room. And whoa, the number 12 comes out of four, plowing like you would not believe, and man, 20 manages to get by. He he has a flat left front tire on that number 12 automobile. He'll have to go get that tire changed so that he can continue when we bring out caution number 1 on this evening's activities. Russ Tato in the 62 brings the field down, the green flag, and out the line side by side, down into turn 1. Nice steady pace down the backstretch as Joe Cadero masterfully works that outside groove. Nice and smooth at the halfway point. He's looking to take over that top spot. And he gets it. The 43 of Joe Cadero hits that top spot. Look at the 53 of Scott Serodetsky in the rear. 3 and 4 wide is the story coming out of 2 and down the backstretch as he passes 3 cars at a time in that 53 automobile. Russ Tato working that inside groove, watching that top position. The 81 of James Lawrence gets shifted high and dry and loses 2 or 3 positions in an instant. Meanwhile, Rich Napier working the back of that number 21 of Bobby Bencourt with 2 to go this time by. 2 to go for the 43. 43 of Joe Cadero looks like he's going to come in under the checkers for the first time in his street stock career. All he's going to do is hold on one more time around. 1 to go. Oh, the 66 automobile gets way sideways coming on a 4, but manages to hold on to that position. That is not a qualifying position. But meanwhile, under the checkers, first time in his career, the number 43 of Joe Cadero has the 80 of Scott LaBelle finds himself completely spun around on the backstretch. Okay, we have the lineup before us for the qualifying round number 2 for street stocks, and on the pole it will be the number 18 out of Mansfield for Kara Torman. Junior's Auto Supply sponsors that automobile. Outside Kara, last week's feature winner, the 61 of Carl Simmons out of Smithfield. Red Auto Parts and Winning Circle Auto Repair winning that automobile. Second row, inside the 110 of Kevin Folin out of Pawtucket. And outside Kevin, 4th starting spot, the number 7 of Tony Olszewski out of Tiverton. 5th spot on the grid goes to the number 26 of Peter Fernandez, the 4th out of Carver. And outside Pete, in the number 46 out of Cranston, you'll find Rob Rotundo of the A&A Auto Parts sponsored automobile. 7th position goes to the number 8 of Swan. Thomas Schuler. And outside Thomas, the 16 of 27, Kevin up. And grabbing the lead right away is the number 61 of Paul Simmons. Paul Simmons, a feature winner here last week, jumps to the front in a quick hurry. The battle is for second between Tony Olszewski and Kevin Folin in that 110. The 7 works that outside, trying to take over that second position, but the 110 will have none of that. Leaves the bottom open. The 46 sees that opening and jumps on the gas. Gets underneath the 110 of Folin and takes over that second position at the line. It's the 46. Robert Rotundo easily takes over that second position and now hunting down the back bumper of the 61 of Carl Simmons, looking to take over that top spot. The 7 of Tony Olszewski slides underneath the 110 of Folin. Folin seems to be a little bit loose coming out of the turn. That's where he's in position. Coming out of the turns, that 110 is a little bit loose. Kara Torman is smoking that right there. She has some sort of a handling problem in that 18 automobile. She's way in the back. And at the halfway point, it's still the 46 of Rob Rotundo as the 7 of Tony Olszewski takes over that second position. The 08 of Russell Bryant takes over the third as Carl Simmons gets shifted out right. And whoa! The 8 of Ed again in the third. Loses control coming out of 2. Makes contact with that backstretch blowout. Not heavy contact though. It looks like that automobile will be okay. I don't believe it's bent too heavily, but he did get into the wall. Second qualifying round as Rob Rotundo grabs the lead with 4 laps down. Rob Rotundo in that 46, running real strong in that automobile. Tony Olszewski in that number 7. A previous feature winner here. He's always fast. He's now doing every trick he knows to try to catch up to that 46 of Rob Rotundo. Russell Bryant is always looking for the number 7 to make a mistake. If the number 7 gets a little too high, watch for that 08 to dive underneath. The battle is between the 71 and the 110 of Kevin Folin for that 6th position. 2 to go this time by. The number 28 is having a terrible problem handling through the turns. That automobile is plowing heavily. He gets through 1 and 2 better than he does 3 and 4, but Peter Fernandez, meanwhile, in the 26 gets shifted high and dry and sent to the rear in a quick hurry. With 1 to go this time by, Kevin Fowler gets sideways in front of 3 heavily speeded up competitors, but all managed to keep going down into turn 1. And meanwhile, under the checkers, finds the number 46, Robert Trendo out of Cranston, A&A Auto Parts, first line speed, starts at number 46. Comes in for the win in qualifying round number 2, and the street starts here tonight at Seekonk Speedway.
Keep talking to me. Keep talking.
Jim says, keep talking, I'm eating, keep talking, I'm eating. Whenever I'm on the mic, you can bet that Jim's eating either a piece of pizza or a Steve's donut, or one of the two.
That was a cream one. Delicious.
He likes the cream ones. Nobody else can get a cream one. We all go for the cream one, and Jim seems to have them gone quicker than anybody can get over to the box of basement. Plus, that Steve Downy Flakes Donuts on Route 6, they provide the donuts and the pizza here every night. Fantastic food, the best of ingredients. The donuts are great.
All right, I'm ready.
Jim?
And of course, we got to thank Tammy Gustafson from Roger Sisson Jr. in the 69, Ken Morissette in the 11 from Warwick, 40 is Hamasi Harmon, 54 Dean Petty, 45 is Len McQuaid, 0 is Frank Kaiser, 34 is Ray LeBron, and we're racing. Frank Kaiser having problems with the 0, as Mike Hope brings that white number 9 around. Mike Hope and that white number 9. Tom Jackman in that blue number 74, trying to hang into his position as Tom is feeling his way around the racetrack in that 74, as the 86 car of Mike Camara up and down the outside, reminding Tom that experience is a little bit in his favor right at the present time. As that number 9 of Mike Hope, proving to be a difficult guy to get up alongside of at the halfway mark. We got Scott Fanning in the 98 trying to get up through, and so's the 36 car. The 36 car of Jeff Sutcliffe. They're all up in there. The Jeff Sutcliffe gets a little bit sideways. Fanning gets under him. Let's see what happens in the turn. The pink and the blue car are the ones we're watching right now into the turn. Fanning backed out of it. Wisely, Fanning backed out of it in the 98. Remember I told you. Any pushing and shoving, they're going to be fine tonight. Mike Camara has the lead now. Mike Camara has the lead as the 9 get into a little bit of a slowdown situation. Going backwards. He's going back. Once he gets to that outside row, he starts to go backwards. As he evidently overheats a tire or something, because that car just doesn't run after so long. White flag coming out now for Mike Camara. And look at who's holding on to second spot. That's 74 of Tom Jackman. Tom Jackman getting his feet wet in this division as he's getting around very, very strong. Only his second race and third race is good. Tom Jackman in the 74, it's only his third or fourth race in this division, and he's doing a fine job of getting around. Tom Jackman doing a fine job as the 86 of Mike. Married and has a son named Chris, 4 years old. First season in stock cars, drove go-karts for 6 years with many, many wins. Mike Camara, car number 86. Ready to go with the 4th of these streets. And after these messages here, Pam Pellin to the tower, please. Pam Pellin to the tower. Tim Peterson is celebrating his 87th birthday today. Wow. 87. He got started early, too. He's not an old-timer. He just got started earlier than everybody else. That's what we're telling everybody. And Tim Peterson celebrating his 87th birthday.
On the gas, it's a green flag, and Nancy Sherman in that 67 gets the jump, down into turn 1, she leaves the field, gets in the little heavy, gets up high, coming out of the second, and the 91 almost gets in there, but Nancy shuts the door. Nancy's coming out of 4 high also, and the 91 looks underneath, and at the line, Nancy Sherman holds on to it in the first lap. Nancy seems to have a plowing problem, she can't get that kind of turn. And the 91 of Chris Robbins looks underneath Nancy, and he makes slight contact, and at the line, it is the 91 of Chris Robbins. taking over the lead from Nancy Sherman. Nancy Sherman having some handling problems. She can't get that automobile to turn. Meanwhile, the 33 of Sean Sylvia now looks to the bottom of Nancy, looks to take over that second position. And the 38 of Pete Morrow is way sideways in turns 3 and 4. And it's just to keep it going, that TCI Press sponsored number 38 at the halfway point though. It's the 91 of Chris Robbins showing the field the way, the halfway point. Nancy Sherman just can't get the handles of that automobile. She went from first, she's now ready to drop back into fifth. She needs to get down to the bottom of that track and hug the bottom. Because she cannot get through the turns with that automobile will not turn. A heavy battle right now between the 22 and the 49 and the 82 a little further back in the field. The 82 working that outside groove, gets up alongside of the 58 of Steve Gotham. 2 to go, this time 5. Just 2 to go.
One that I've seen.
82 of Scott Sundin working that outside groove. Wants to get by that 49. It'll be 1 to go, this time by for the 91. The 91 of Chris Robbins out of Norton. Chris Robbins going down from turns 3 and 4 for the last round. Oh, we have a caution. We have a caution. The 89 automobile finds himself spun out on the front stretch here. And I believe it will be a red checker situation. We will call this race. It will be given to Chris Robbins out of Norton. The Flynn Pest Control, Precision Auto Body, Quality Coach Build is sponsored. Number 91, the 80 Malibu comes in under the checkers. A fantastic run for Chris here tonight.
I already said it all once.
Oh, all right, then you don't want to do that. I want to break you less when I do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to turn the microphone on. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Sportsman Division. Now, last week, of course, the Sportsman Division got out there and bent up a lot more automobiles as we were finding out that it's just as hard to get a sportsman car around the racetrack as it is to get a pro stock. In the heat, we get a lot of short tempers and a lot of... That's what he said about me. All right, here comes Dana Willis looking to that green, and Dana's got it going with it. Dana Willis has it with Paul Van Ness running in second spot. Hold on to that, Paul. As the big guy, Mr. Glenn Young in the 99, trying to stay in there tight for that second spot in that 99 automobile. Glenn's one of the biggest men out there on the racetrack, and oh, hold on to that 10 is the 10 and the 53. Well, the 53 was a late getting started car, and maybe he would have done better if he'd stayed in.
That's the 19.
As the 19 of Moreau and the 53 get tangled up, but they keep going. But the 53 ends up the loser. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said up with the 19, not the 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. I said the 10, but it's the 19 with the wrong number on it. Lousy number on that car. Number 77, Dana Willis. Dana Willis doing a very, very strong job in his yellow and blue Tay-Dog Racing automobile. And the juniors, number 99. As Young. You notice the way they got junior spelled out on the new front fender on that car. Taking no chances. At the halfway mark, it's the 77 of Dana Willis. Here comes the 5. Whoa, we got a wheel up. Heads up in the first turn, we got a wheel going up in there, down. Get down, that's it. Oh, please, over one more time, down into the grass, don't touch it, anybody. The 33, Brian Maybaum. And he done shed it. Oh. Never got my lights going. Couldn't afford it. Looking for the green. There we go. Dana Willis has that 5 of Mike Hassel. Mike Hassel continues to get up in there, and he's got that Village Corner Tavern. Oh, Mike had to back out of it quick as Dana closed the door with a vengeance. Mike just backed right out of it. You notice they do appear to be driving a little bit more conservatively tonight. Staying out of those problems. It's possible that our drivers' meeting did have some results. There's Hassel to the outside. Whoa! Chad Chase trying to close the door of the 15. Ken Bamford and Chad Chase going at it. Chad is having a terrible time with that 8 automobile. With 2 laps remaining. 2 laps remaining, and it's still the 77 of Dana Willis. As Hassel in the 5 continues to try to get around. White flag coming out this time. White flag coming out. It's Dana Willis. And Mike Hassel. Albanese. The 15 of Ken Bamford. And the 99 of Glenn Young with Chad Chase. Now Chad gets the 8 going again. I think he's burning a tire or something. I don't know, he just keeps losing. And it's all over. Landscaping, Tay-Dog Racing, and Lincoln Street Rockers. The car number 77. It's a 94 Cutlass. This is his 4th season. He won once in 93. He was 11th in points. John Hendrick puts the engines together for Dana. And he did a pretty good job on this one because he got around in good shape on that qualifying event. Now to go with the 2nd heat in the Sportsman division. Ron, what's his name?
Okay, Sportsman heat number 2. This is how they're slated to start. On the pole will be the number 18, the Everett's Auto Body sponsored number 18 for Steve Ripp. And outside Steve will find the Wheat Frank Trucking, West Auto, Chinese Car Care, number 89 for Ron Reed out of Mahone.
Oh, he won't be here this week?
Nice, easy pace, and at the line, it is the green flag. And at the line is the number 89, the Wesco Oil, number 89, grabs the lead quickly, and down the backstretch, gets a substantial lead going down into turn 3. A fantastic start for the 89 of Ron Reed. The battle, however, right now is heating up in that 3rd position as the 25 of Roger Hedges and the 48 of Herb Wright works that outside groove. Ken Kohler Jr. and the 32 are battling that this one, and the 43 of Ken Kohler Jr. gets underneath the 48 of Herb Wright, and down the backstretch, he looks to take over the 4th position. Let's see what happens. Down turns 3 and 4 they go, and at the line, it's a dead heat, ladies and gentlemen. The 43 and the 48 was a dead heat for that 4th position. Down the backstretch, however, the 43 of Ken Kohler puts the pedal to the metal, gets him going in, but the 48 of Herb Wright gets him coming out at the 43. Massively works that out. Whoa! In deep, the 43 goes, gets a turn, manages to stay out of the 25, and the 43 of Ken Kohler Jr. takes over that 3rd position. Meanwhile, with ease, way out front is the 89 of Ron Reed. Nobody can seem to catch that automobile. And at the halfway point, with an easy lead, is the 89 of Ron Reed. The 08, Rob Murray, working that outside room. Looks better his position. And like I said earlier, the 91 of Blue Dias, he seems to be having handling problems. Cannot get up to speed. And Bobby Pellin looks to make it 3 wide, but wisely backs out. Gets that Bobby room as he suspects that the 43 of Ken Kohler will get by the 18, and he does so, leaving the bottom open, and Bobby Pellin Jr. quickly jumps underneath the 18 for that 3rd spot, and at the line he gets the 3rd spot of that overall. A fantastic move. 3 wides the story as the 08 of Rob Murray looks to that way outside 3rd groove. Eases it around through turns 3 and 4. You better be careful, way up high like that. And the 08 of Rob Murray is now working the outside of the 18. Let's see if he can take over that position. 6 to qualify with 2 to go.
Well, really,
Rob Murray
I don't need him.
into a qualifying position with 2 to go. All we have to do is maintain that position, and he'll be in the feature again.
I can't believe it.
Ron Reed, that Wesco Oil automobile has to be on top of this one, ladies and gentlemen. One more time around for Ron Reed.
Foxborough? Foxborough?
Up in that area, somewhere in Mansfield, somewhere.
Bobby Pellin, even though he's in a qualifying position, looks to better it one more, and at the line he gets that 2nd position. Meanwhile, the 89 of Ron Reed out of Rehoboth brings the Wheat Frank Trucking Wesco Oil.
Those of you up here on the main straightaway, we've been talking about the guy with the white sneakers, the white shoes and the perfect mustache. He found somebody else out here. So you look, there's a pair of white shoes out here, pair of oversized bellies, but only one guy with the silver mustache. That's Garvin Cooper. Garvin, where'd you find another somebody else with?
Rookie driver in the number 80 brings it down, green flag, and it's a side-by-side battle for that lead. The number 4, Ray Alexander Jr. says, I want the lead. The 80 of Guy Workman says, I want the lead. Let's see what happens at the line. It's going to be a dead heat. And we have the 28 of Todd Henshaw brought to a stop up in turns 2. Todd did have some problems earlier. Qualifying round number 3. And Guy Workman does it again at the line, gets the jump. Down into turn 1, another side-by-side battle. It's almost a retake of the last time, except this time Ray Alexander Jr. gets a good run coming out of 2, and it looks like he will have the lead. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, at the line is the Bow Brothers sponsored number 4 grabbing the lead and jumps right out in front, gets the lead all by himself down the backstretch. Ray Alexander Jr. Meanwhile, 2 rookies battling, the 95 of Billy Manchester, the 80 of Guy Workman, battling for that second position. Veteran campaigner Corey Boudreau in that 21 that looks to take over that 3rd spot. Sees an opening outside of the number 80. Quickly jumps on it, down into turn 3. Gets up alongside of Guy Workman. It looks like he may get the 3rd position down the backstretch. It's a nice steady pace through turns 1 and 2. And into number 3. Brings it in a little bit deeper than Guy Workman. Guy Workman gets it sideways. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Boudreau takes over that 3rd position. And now, working the back bumper of Ray Alexander, rookie competitor, Billy Manchester Jr. in that mobile sponsored number 95. Rainbow Wrinkles, number 95. Looks to the bottom, but Ray Alexander shuts the door, and down the backstretch they go for the lead. Here comes Corey Boudreau working up to the back bumper of that 95. At the halfway point, it is the Bow Brothers number 4 showing the field the way. Guy Workman, ladies and gentlemen, starts in the front, gets shifted all the way to the rear, is about to go to the absolute rear of the field, has some sort of problem with that automobile. Top 6 to qualify, ladies and gentlemen. Top 6 to qualify, so that leaves the number 23 of Kevin Knapp in the final qualifying position. Todd Henshaw has got to get by that 23 in order to bring that automobile up to the P3 bench. Right now it is a Ray Alexander show, and Ray Alexander leads the field for the last 4 or 5 laps. Billy Manchester Jr. in at 95 tries to go underneath, but cannot find a way by the number 4. And some contact is made between the 42 and the 23. The 23 finds himself spun around in turn 2. That will bring out caution number 2 first again. Everybody will have to give a slow down as Kevin Knapp gets the automobile. And even though they are in a qualifying position, they'll battle it out to the end. And it's the green flag as Ray Alexander gets the jump. Billy Manchester Jr. can't get it done this time. Has to dive down to the bottom group to block Corey Boudreau. Because if Corey gets under him, he'll get by. That's guaranteed. The 16 of this is the right first that outside room of Joe Perry. The top 6 qualify, keep that in mind, that the top 6 qualify, the 23 of Kevin Knapp has to get by either the 16 or the 3 to come into a qualifying position. 1 to go for Ray Alexander. This time by, Ray Alexander looks like he's going to bring that Bow Brothers automobile under the checkers. 2 more turns, down through 3 and out of 4, and at the line it will be Ray Alexander Jr. The Bow Brothers sponsored number 4. That's a 90 Regal on 5.
Stop running up and down those stairs. No need of it.
Huh?
No need of it. Walk. Walk. Take it easy. All right? Can I work now? Once again, will the gentleman from Budweiser please come up to the tower? And once again, the professionals, the Pro Stocks. Welcoming back the 32 tonight, driving Jimmy Q. automobile out to the track. It's Johnny Tripp well out in front. Johnny Tripp. The owner-operator of a large fleet of dump trucks, trailer dumps. Right now in front of everybody, showing the way around. Behind him another truck driver, Dick Houlihan. Whoa, did Kuhn get wide coming out of that turn in that white number 32. Jimmy Kuhn trying to work the bugs out of that 32 automobile. And he got way up there against the wall the last time by. This time he was under the 22 and couldn't do it. There's Stockel in front of the 11 of Anarumo. Stockel in the 66. Holding up at number 11. He wants 5. Go on, Trey Deep. Vinny Anarumo takes a quick duck underneath Stockel and takes over that second, third spot. Vinny Anarumo did it all in one. Down there and out of that second turn. Whoa! There's Johnny Tripp, Dick Houlihan, and now Vinny Anarumo with Wayne Dion right behind him. The 5 of Jimmy Wilkins. Johnny Tripp having an easy run, but Houlihan is drawing it in. As Trippy may not be pushing it as hard as he needs to right now. Maybe taking a little bit easy on that motor. Dick Houlihan shortening it up. Oh, Stockel and Kuhn come together. Stockel and Kuhn having problems back there. And Jimmy Kuhn attempting to qualify that car number 32. With 2 laps remaining, Bobby. Johnny Tripp out in the lead, well out in the lead, with Dick Houlihan is second, Vinny Anarumo is third, Wayne Dion is fourth, and Jimmy Wilkins. And then Jimmy Kuhn, Stockel, and Dias having their own little problems getting around this racetrack. The victory right now as Johnny Tripp, Dick Houlihan, Vinny Anarumo, Wayne Dion. Often see, but he got tired of waiting behind the 66 of Stockel. Stockel gave him just a little bit of room on the inside, probably a quarter of a car width on the inside, and he went by. But you know, a guy like Anarumo isn't going to try that unless he knows that the guy he's blowing off on the outside is going to stay there. And he knew that in car number 8. And the greatest outing, we're racing. Really doing a fine job out there right now. Rick Hanito with a new sponsor, Mid-City Dodge. Mid-City Dodge. The new sponsor on Rick's car. Joe's Family Restaurant. There's Rick Hanito showing the way around. Gomer Taylor in the 3 down the inside, the Juniors Auto Supply number 3. as that 74 car of Dave Blanchard holding it off. There's the Ford-powered 48 gets up into it with Fred Estelle Jr. Fred Estelle Jr. really pouring it in there. Going after Hanato as they knuckle up behind Gomer Taylor at the halfway mark. They come right up underneath Gomer Taylor at the halfway mark. The Ford up and out around the outside of the 3, the 48 Ford-powered Deke, Freddie Estelle. I get Deke in it. Fred Estelle makes it 3 wide as Gomer tries the inside. Gomer tries the inside. Estelle on the outside. Hanato in the sandwich. And Estelle has to back out of it wisely. Backed out of it. Estelle had to back out of it wisely. As it just gets too narrow coming out of that turn. As Gomer Taylor takes over the lead. Bobby Tripp is running in second spot. Freddie Estelle letting his tires cool down a bit before he tackles that high speed again. I don't think I'd burn it. He would burn it. All of a sudden his tires just went away. He said, no, no. Coming around. All right, now Estelle is back into the fray with 2 to go. Estelle back into it with 2 to go as Bobby Tripp and Gomer Taylor and Fred Estelle. Gomer using up a wide groove, trying to keep Tripp and Estelle behind him with 1 lap to go. White flag. Tripp is under him. Tripp is under Gomer. Down the backstretch. Half a lap. This is your finish. It's Tripp, Gomer, Freddie, Rick Hanato, Dave Blanchard, and Ray Lee. As Trippy brought that one around. Well, let's see what we got this time. We got George Rigo from North Dartmouth, and Dave Cadero, Dave and Frank's Streetcars Limited, W.S. Shepherd, Almack's Diner of Fall River, sponsored car number 64, George Rigo. Alongside of that, the Propane Plus car number 16 of Andy Johnson. Andy Johnson from Dyke. And we have George Rigo on the pole bringing him out. George Rigo on that 64 with Andy Johnson in the 16. Andy Johnson up around the outside. Rich Caparco puts his nose underneath Rigo and backs out of it again. Caparco keeps getting underneath and then gets back out. Johnson trying to hold on to that 16. Johnson, hold on. Caparco got a little bit squirrely that time. And Steve Channing got a chance to get up alongside. Lenny Ellis says something's wrong. Lenny says, not quite ready yet. Keep going to the pits. Hold on to that 50-46 of Jeff Thompson as he gets off the racetrack. It's a very, very fast competition out there right now with George Rigo and Andy Johnson. Young Mr. Johnson coming along very, very quickly in this division. As the 23 of Steve Channing comes up behind Johnson. Caparco tucks in behind Rigo. And Mr. Buick himself, car number 12, Eddie St. Angelo. Just looking to see which one to go by. Rigo stretches it out a little bit. Gets a little bit of breathing room as Johnson proving to be a hard man to get by, so is Caparco. Nobody can close the door on Caparco. So Johnson and Caparco are effectively holding it up at the halfway mark. Caparco moves in under Johnson. The 23. I tried for those. Did you say, let me have a plate full for Jim too? No, of course not.
I'll go again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No, I know.
No, you don't. As George Rigo has the lead. Caparco is out there. Look out, there's the 16, and St. Angelo is into the fray. St. Angelo works his way up into the middle of that. He says, let me have a shot at it. I'll break it apart. St. Angelo helping Caparco through the turns. Now looks for a little bit of opening. Can he get ahead of Johnson. If he can, he'll pull to the outside. Let's see what happens. Yes, he does. St. Angelo pulls to the outside on that one. Didn't need much room for St. Angelo to break through. He's on the outside, building up the momentum into the turn. St. Angelo building up his momentum to get Caparco. Caparco way out wide. St. Angelo kicks it around through the turn, squares it off, tackles him down the backstretch. Still a little squirrel. St. Angelo with just a little kick. Now he gets the kick under control. With 2 to go, St. Angelo making quite a race out of it. He and Caparco side by side. And St. Angelo moves into the second spot all by himself as he takes on Rigo with 1. Rigo with 1 to go. Rigo with 1 to go as the J. Fortin Forms automobile. Behind George Rigo comes down. The Elmax Diner car takes the win. George Rigo, the streetcar. And we get ready to go with the Sportsman Consolation event. Alan Usaim. Alan Usaim, it's a happy birthday from the 81 race team. 23 years old.
Nice, even pace. The 19 gets on the gas, and it's the green flag. And the 19, the number 10 of Steve Sanford doesn't get underway. Looks like he missed the shift. He got it down into the gear, and now down the backstretch picks up speed. But he got shifted to the rear of the field in a quick hurry. Meanwhile, the 91 of Louis dives to the bottom of the 80 of Guy Workman. Ooh, Todd Henshaw in that number 28 gets sideways going into 1. Louis Dias wisely back out, let Todd straighten out. Todd is in that final qualifying position, ladies and gentlemen.
Todd's in 5th.
Todd's in 5th, and the 91 takes over the final qualifying position. The 91 of Lou Dias has to hold back the 80 and the 32. Otherwise, he will be going home with no pay. The number 10 of Steve Sanford, ladies and gentlemen, had a tough break, though. He was in a qualifying position at the start, is now holding on for dear life at the rear of the field. And dealt very much until that time to get up alongside everybody. Meanwhile, it's the Doug Morrow story as he gets out front and holds the lead. Kevin Knapp dives down into 3 and the 23, trying to get up to the back bump of that 19. Just can't seem to get it done, though. Looks like he'll have to stay in second for a little while as the 45 of Scott Espella jumps into 3rd at the halfway point.
Concentrate now on your qualifiers.
6 to qualify, ladies and gentlemen. The 91 of Louis Dias is in that final qualifying position. Keep an eye on that 91. Anybody gets by in that 91 will go home.
32 wants it bad. Keeps building that race.
32 is whipping that outside groove. He's trying every trick in the book to try to get up alongside of that 91. The 91 gets way high coming out of 2. The 32 sees the door. Cannot get it done this time, though, as the 91 of Louis Dias shuts the door. The 32 gets to the bottom of the 91, down into turn 1, and let's see, down the backstretch, the 32 puts the pedal to the metal, and it is going to be the 32 in that final qualifying position. Comes out of 4 of a ton and gets that final qualifying position. Billy Goodrow gets stopped, though, going into turns 1 and 2. Gets hit by the 91 of Louis Dias, and finds himself spun around in the Consolation event. That's not have to finish 6 or better, or you will go home. The green flag as the 19 jumps right out. The 23 of Kevin Knapp has a problem, not able to get under power right away. Gets it straightened out, though, and gets right on the back bumper of that 45. Meanwhile, the battle in the rear is hot and heavy as the 32 of Bill Goodrow has that final qualifying spot. Here comes the 91 of Lou Dias, working that back bumper, looking for any opening he can find. He's got to get by that 32, or he will go home. 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. 1 to go for the 32 of Billy Goodrow. Billy Goodrow works the bottom as the 91 looks for an opening, and down the back stretch they go. One more time at the line. It will be Billy Goodrow in the number 32 into that final qualifying round. That's the 19, the 45.
Salvage, Dave's Automotive, and Buddy Tuck Auto Designs, Amp Auto Salvage, and Rock's Liquors. Steve Whitehead from New Bedford will be starting next in line. Car number 07, that is. Scott Banville from Tiverton, the 9 automobile. Ariel Turnup, Dave's Tire. Russ Harris from Seekonk in car number 32 is starting in 11th spot. And Bill Flint from Masonnet in the 13 car starting 12th. Brian Ferrer owns the car. Ray Lovelace the 3rd in car number 62 with Jason Mosca from Providence in the 29 J&M Auto Repair. Car number 86 is Joe Pimpinel from Jamestown, Mancini Hardware sponsor. Pat McCrohan from Berkeley in car number 65, PJ's Tire and Alice's Restaurant. Paul Guimond from Cumberland in the 24 automobile. The Dude, Perry's Automotive. Jeff Costa from Somerset in the 06 DEG Associates, Shays, Getty, Tony Delmonte Auto Sales. 19th is Kyle Marchand from Somerset in the 46 automobile. The 88 of Kevin Flip Casper from Swansea, J&R Precast truck driver, car number 88. Pat Marino in the 15 with Tom Duffy in the 51 from Warwick. Paul Bailey's Warwick Ford sponsored car. The 23rd starting car is Dave Ben. The cars don't get too expensive so we can have a lot of fun and say ring a ding 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 a ding. See, I'm taking next week off, so I'll have a chance to get away with it. Yeah, it looks like the 47 of John Belmont has the lead. Look at the mess out there. The 62, we got debris on the backstretch, but I don't think it matters much. Got debris on the backstretch, but I don't think it matters. We got the 7 on the backstretch backwards. Whoa, look out. Look out, the 46 puts 1 wheel, 2 wheels, 3 wheels on the ground. And then the 18 and the 0 finally decide. That's Ronnie Casto. This is our green flag. Time to go on the first of the Formula 4 feature events. This time the 63 keeps his foot right in it. Mike Butts with that 5 car of Tom Furtado. Tom Furtado is keeping the pressure right on too. Wow, look at that. 06 car of Jeff Costa. Jeff Costa in the 06 came up through very quickly, but then he got in a little bit of trouble as he got out there. It got a little bit loose. Look out for that 46. Look at the 46 taking the 3 deep through the turns. They're 3 and 4 deep coming down the main straightaway. Look out! As that 46 car of Kyle Marchand. Kyle Marchand, as he puts his foot in it and keeps it in. Here comes the 51 down the outside. That's Tom Duffy. Tom Duffy with the 81. The 81 of Dave Banville. And he gets warned. Dave Banville gets warned as Duffy goes way out wide. Your leader is the 46, the white and red 46 way out in front. That 46 car, that's Kyle Marchand, and he got quite a lead. As the 06 starts to lose its bumper, the 06 has lost his bumper. As long as it doesn't go into his front wheel, he's all right. Your leader is the 46. The 46 is the leader. Here he comes across the line now. There's your leader, the 46. Second spot is the 81 of Marchand. Black flag for the 06. So they're trying to get him out of there before that bumper comes off. Oh, the 29 gets in the back of him. Now the 06 is backwards on the track, and so is the 79. Oh, the 79 gets hit head-on by the 07. A head-on crash here as the 07 of Steve Whitehead goes right into the front of the 79 Jesse Zoldak. Jesse Zoldak gets hit head-on by the 07. We got 6 laps complete. The check. That's the Doppler effect. The Doppler effect. The 81 takes over the lead. Dave Banfield is taking over the lead, and he's going for it. Look out. Who we got coming up through that can give us some, with 2 laps to go? Uh-oh, the 5 just blew. The 5 just blew. Did he ever? Whoa. 462, he got covered. '50s out there expiring. Well, we got the 46 giving the 81 a bad time. Your leader is the 81 with the 46 really pouring the goal on it. Half a lap to go. The 81 and the 46 down the backstretch. The 81 has it. The 81 has it. The 46 trying to close it in. 46 continuing to close, but it looks like it's going to be, and it is. The 81 of David Banville with the 46 finishing behind him. Dave Banville, who started in 23rd position. The salesman for Gold Medal Bakery Company out of Somerset, Mr. Dave Banville. Jerry's Automotive, Somerset Sheet Metal, and fifth in points in 93. He was named Rookie of the Year in 93. And then this year, so far, he's got himself a victory.
Started 23rd of June.
You're not paying attention, I already said that.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Can I have the next race, please?
No. You want everything. I'm trying to give you information.
Another 30 to go, and I'm going to get started right away. Johnny LeCount. Johnny LeCount from Cumberland, Rhode Island. In car number 09 will be on the pole.
Can I have you alone?
Wait a minute, whoa.
Come on, gang. Come on. Go, boys. Yeah. Woo!
To get to the front. 15 rows of cars. Can I have another one? Can I have another coat, please?
You what?
Have another coat, please?
I suppose, Sandy, please.
And you're a nice guy, too.
15 rows of cars. I got 2 extra cars back there.
No, I only got 29 coming.
I don't have
one
a number.
missing.
I got one missing, but who's number 12? I don't show number 12 here. Mike Panciotti. Why is he starting in the rear?
Mike Panciotti's his name.
We got the green out, and look out. We'll see if we can't figure it out later. And hold on to that number 4. Stay on the track. 37 around and around and around and around. Oh, the 42 nails him, and so does the 80. The 42 and the 80 both nail. Car number 37, Robin Sloan. And we got number 20 hard into the backstretch. Number 20 in there hard. That's Stan Sherman went in hard. They'll be checking him out as he's right on the Rizzo Ford Racing sign. Okay, he's out of it okay. Give him a round of applause over in the backstretch there. Mr. Sherman. Adopt Sylvia Roberts or something like that.
You got a little taste.
It's green. Judy Roberts. Look at that. I got him going in. And the Doppler effect, and the 96 gets... Oh, the 93 is backwards. A bad spot, but everybody, almost do get by. Everybody do get by. The 96 is still hung out there to dry, unfortunately. Mike Walsh will be bringing that 11 around, but I don't know if he can get that 96 going. Now the yellow has to come out. The yellow has to come out. And once again, the scorers are called upon to come up with 30. Let him come up.
He's not here, though. He's the guy we dealt with.
There's the green coming out. I think there's something wrong with the engine. Yes, they come around again. And the 11's got the lead, and it's Mike Walsh. The 11 car. And the 4. Jerry Berthollet with the 94. Chris DuPont on the 94. And the 84 is up in there too. The Volkswagens are strong. Billy Scholler in the 84. The 0-2, he's looking for something to get it under control again, and he do. All right. Oh, Ray Parent did a nice job of straightening out that VW at the halfway mark, and the 4 and the 11. The 4 and the 11 get tangled up there, you lead cars. Now the 4 is going to try to get all the way back up in front again. As Jerry Berthollet is going to go after that number 11 car of Mike Walsh. And he's black flag. Mike Walsh, black flag. Mike Walsh is black flag. The number 11, black flag. Your leader has been black flag. That puts the 84 of Scholler in the lead. Bill Scholler in the lead. With the 94, with 2 laps to go. The 84 has the lead. The 94 is second. The 84 car. Keeping the pressure on. Billy Scholler keeping that pressure right on there. Billy Scholler in the 84 coming out of the turn as he looks like he's going to win this one. And he do. Across the line is 87 Sirocco, car number 84, Bill Scholler, the winner from Warwick, Rhode Island. Sandy Motors, D&M, Merriam Excavating, and W. Scholler Trucking. The 87 Sirocco, car number 84, Bill Scholler wins himself a feature event. Wins victory signs to put on the side of the car. He gets them from Wally Saliba, and they just fit. He's running out of doorposts though to put them on that 84 automobile. As he got around in very, very good shape, and the black flag for Mike Walsh, the city towing car, for rough riding as he could hit the side of the 4.
To get my new spots in there. Okay, guys. All right, group. All right. Yeah. All right, look at the camera. Hey, come on. Come on, gang. Who didn't get this? All right, Bill. Back up. Oh, I got it. Six fingers. Please.
And Sandy Gustafson's car number 17.
Sandy in the 81 up alongside the 66. We get the green in this car. And George Murray works that outside groove around the 66. The 66 has better ideas, however, and puts the pedal to the metal. It eases down into turn 3, slightly ahead of Murray, and at the line still the 66 of Bob Stockwell. As Ricky Martin in the 94 HJY car works the bottom groove. Murray leaves the opening, and Murray and Martin dives down into turn 3. Gets that second position at the line, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic move by Ricky Martin. And Tony Dias Jr. follows suit along bottom underneath the 81, grabs that third position. And meanwhile, right now, it is the Bob Stockwell show, ladies and gentlemen. Way out front. The battle right now is for second. Ricky Martin's going to prove to be hard to get by as the 22 of Tony Dias Jr. taps the back bumper of Martin. Just want to look at all there. He says, the line. The 22 can't get any closer. Right on the back bumper, trying all the tricks in the book that he's ever learned. He wants to get by Ricky Martin. Remember, it'll be 6 to qualify, ladies and gentlemen. Number 8. And There's the 42. The 42 must get by that 8 or he will not go on to the pro stock retreat bend. And now the 22 of Tony Dias Jr. looks to the outside. They're coming out for it. Right up over the front of Ricky Martin. And no siree, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Martin takes him in just a little bit deeper and holds on to that second position at the halfway point. Lenny Ellis with his brand new automobile working the bugs out of that car. Looks like he's getting it dialed in though. He's going to be in a qualifying position. Lenny Ellis in that brand new number 41. Getting the handles on that automobile. Wasn't handled too well in the heat, but in the Consolation he's nice and smooth. And again, the 22 looks to the outside of Ricky Martin. And the 22 takes her deep into turn 3 and out of turn 2, down the backstretch. Tries to get up alongside of Ricky Martin, and Ricky Martin will have none of that though, as he just brings it to the end all on much faster. The 22 leaves the door open, and Georgie Murray looks to the bottom, wants that third position. Ricky Martin, ladies and gentlemen, using up a lot of real estate, trying to hold back the 22 and the 81. Doing a good job of it so far. The 42 as it goes into turn number 3 spots a little bit the cello's machine. The 42 will Paul LaPlante. 2 to go this time by for Bob Stockwell is number 66. Easily has the field covered here tonight in the Consolation round. The battle right now is 4-4 as Georgie Murray looks to the bottom. Ricky Martin using up the whole racetrack. Not to let out either gentleman by. Ricky Martin gets up high. Murray sees it open and the 81 is underneath. 3 wide is the slurry as the sparks fly. Coming out of turn 2. Georgie Murray grabs that spot. He's now running in second position. Slides through turns 3 and 4 and grabs that second position at the line, ladies and gentlemen. Rocker Engineering, Ronzio's Pizza of Federal Hill, and Satin Doll all sponsor the number 43 for Ken Kohler Jr. Next in line, veteran campaigner here, ladies and gentlemen. 11th starting spot out of Warwick, All-State Motorsports, Dickinson's, and Dock Enterprise all bring you the number 21 for Corey Henshaw. And Guy Workman and Billy Goodrow bring up the rear of the field, and we get the green flag. 25 laps, Sportsman leads here tonight, as Dana Willis comes right up to the early lead. Down the backstretch they go, as the number 4 of Ray Alexander looks to the bottom of Roger Hedges, grabs that position at the line, and a little further back we got the 89 and the 95 battling it out for that 5th spot. The 95 at the bottom open as the 99 of Gwen Young grabs it, dives down into turn 3, gets her a little sideways though, cannot get the job done this time, and the 95 of Billy Manchester grabs that position. Right now, working that outside room, 93 Sportsman champion, Mike Castle, that number 5 dives down into turn 3, tries to grab another position, and does so. Gets up alongside of the 43 of Ken Kohler Jr., brings her deep into turn 3, looks like he's going to get another position, and he does down the line. He gets by the 43 of Ken Kohler. Keep an eye on that number 5. It is flying in that outside groove, ladies and gentlemen. Chase and the LaPalma Brothers number 8 trying to work his way up through the field, just dove underneath the 45 of Scott Estrella. Keep an eye on that number 8. He's up front before this race is over. And the 89 of Ron Reed, but running at a rapid pace. His heat event looks like he's doing just as well in the feature as he comes up onto the back bumper of the 25 of Roger Hedges. Roger gets a way up high on turn 4. Leaves the door open, but Ron Reed can't get it done that time. Meanwhile, it's Dana Willis in that number 77 leading the field looking to get by that 16 any way he can. And continuing to work that outside through with much success is the number 5. They're going to make it 3 wide as the 89, the 95, and the 5 go down into turn 3. And the 95 wisely got out. Again, he is up underneath line read. And gets right up alongside him. And down the backstretch, the 95 goes for that 6th position at the halfway point, though. It's the Dana Willis show all the way. Dancing Nazareth and Dana Willis showing the field the way. Doing an excellent job. Nobody can get up to him. But ladies and gentlemen, if this race goes green, Dana Willis is going to get the job done. Okay, the battle right now is for 6th. As the rapid moving automobile up, Mike Hassel has worked his way up, looking to go to the outside of the 95. And this time by, he gets right over on the side of the 95. What's that? David Jr. gets by the 16 for second, and now all he has to do is get by the 77 of Dana Willis, ladies and gentlemen. He's got that beautifully prepared yellow all runners on the pole in the fast room, bringing it to the front. He's going to try to get up onto Dana Willis and get by in any way he can. Meanwhile, outside the number 95, Mike Hassel in that 5 grabs that position. Mike Hassel works his way into the 6th position. Chad Chase, the 8, and the 08 of Rob Murray looking to get by the 99 and the 43. They seem like they're kind of boxed in back there at the moment. The battle right now is beginning to develop from the lead, ladies and gentlemen, as the forward of Ray Alexander Jr. is now right on the back bumper of Dana Willis. Gets hit by Ken Fuller Jr. and spun around as Murray Boudreau, with no place to go, makes slight contact. Joe Perry Jr. in the 3 also had no place to go, had to spin that automobile around. I don't think that Joe made any contact with either the 89 or the 21. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a go, the green flag, and Dana Willis jumps right out as Ray Alexander Jr. dives down into 3, trying to maintain that outside position. But Alexander looks to the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, and going down into turn 3. No contact made. Nice clean pass. Ray Alexander grabs the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic move. Unbelievable. Over here we have Ron Reed in the number 89 with a flat right front. He'll bring it down out of harm's way, and we stay green. Ray Alexander Jr. and the Bull Brothers, number 4, out front. It's by the 77. Just a few more laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, for the Bull Brothers, number 4. Turned around, we stay on the green again, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Fantastic. Ray Alexander Jr. takes in the field, though. Just a couple more laps to go. It'll be 2 to go this time by for Ray Alexander Jr. 2 to go.
Oh. Took the front end right off the 99. Kept right on going.
Number 99, ladies and gentlemen, gets airborne, but keeps going. Glenn Young automobile, but Junior's also flight number 99 keeps going. 1 to go this time by for Ray Alexander, ladies and gentlemen. Made a fantastic move on the backstretch. Unbelievable. 1 more time down through turns 3 and 4. Working underneath the lap traffic, and at the line, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ray Alexander Jr. The Bull Brothers, Colorado, Junior's Auto Supply sponsor, number 4. What a great job of driving, pulled the winning move on.
Yeah, I know it. First time I've heard you do that. You're taking after Pete now.
I say it too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you say it too much if I didn't say it.
The last 2 races. And you never did that before.
Yeah, now cut it out.
Just pick that up somewhere.
Didn't even notice it.
Well, that's what we're here to do.
Picked it up somewhere.
Pretty much, that sounds like me.
Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. As we
There we go.
Hey Ray, you hot shoe, you.
Pretty something about the trophy.
1 second, we'll be right with
Yeah. Oh, sure, that's what you always say.
That's the way you want it?
Hold it.
Big smile, Ray.
Jimmy, you want him? Yes, please. Jimmy wants you. Watch it.
I'm holding tonight's program, and folks, if you have not yet picked up a program for the 1994 season, this is the one you want. This is going to be the real one to get all the others.
Jared!
We get started earlier. That's the business. On the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, the midget automobile that's on the racetrack is the midget that won the very first race here at Seekonk Speedway those days. The midget came along and still looks the same, but a lot of things underneath that are different.
He is wearing the original helmet that wore on that day that he started 50 seasons ago at the Seekonk Speedway, wearing the same helmet, the original helmet that he wore 50 seasons ago at the Seekonk Speedway, and he's back here tonight on the track with that very same midget.
The 860, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful little the 860. As we say, happy hop with the flags, get on the yellow. Give them the white salute all the way around. Wave something white all the way around, ladies and gentlemen. The traditional wave, the white salute all the way around. Down the backstretch, I want to see white, nothing but white all the way. Everybody waving white. Let them see the white, you can see it. Now coming into the full turn, I want to see white. Joseph Silio looking for the white. He's seen it before 50 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, right here. All the way around, white, white, all the way around. Let's see that white. Let's see the white. Let's see the white. He sees it. Keep moving, keep it moving. He can see it. Does this bring back memories to him? This is the way it was done. The white, of course, was done before the green. But we're giving it a little bit of a change, and he's taking the white and the victory at the same time. Joe Sestilio. We saw his trucks on the road for many, many years and wondered who he was. You hadn't been to Seekonk Speedway, you hadn't been in the racing business, you never would have realized this gentleman was who he is.
water down here, please? Mrs. Vendetti?
Closer to the car.
Mrs. Irene Vendetti, president of Seekonk Speedway. Adrian Vendetti. Happy Huff, ladies and gentlemen, standing in the Ford. It's Joseph. There wasn't even room inside that vehicle for him to put his feet on brakes. The braking was done outside. The handle outside is how he slows it down, speeds it up.
That's the new way, huh?
Hold it.
Okay, one more.
Hold on, one more.
Hey, Johnny, looking at Johnny right here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming over now to the start-finish line, Mrs. Alice Sestilio. In those days, they didn't even have seat belts in the cars. When they raced, it was all driver. You can imagine the years that Alice put up with Joe. In that midget, that coffee, worried about him.
Your many years of racing excellence on behalf of Seekonk Speedway. D. Anthony Vendetti family, Atlantic Coast old timers, they state old timers. New England Antique Races, Urati Racing Enterprises, Crankers, 1994.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Vendetti. I'll hang that right up in my living room, not in the trophy place. This is the greatest you people have. You've done too much for me. But I would like to be here when you run the next midget race. Well, the last race I ran here, the last race I did run and retired was a 100-lapper, and I drove Ed Stone's car. And I led it practically all the way until the last lap, and I ran out of fuel in the back straight. And I think Brando won the race. Well, I told the pitmen to fill up the tank. I had a big tank in it, but they didn't fill it all the way up. And that cost me. That was my last midget race. Yeah, 1952. I'm getting pretty old now. Thank you.
I said it already. I love you, Joe.
Activities, but our hearts are deep with sorrow. Lord, we need you to touch the Hendrickson families, the Collins family, the Holden family, and all the friends of our deceased friends. And Lord, take their grief away as only you can do. And Lord, we pray to you tonight in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus. Amen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's pay tribute to the greatest country in the world, our national anthem.
before, trying to take over that second position. George Rigo jumped right out to the lead.
You brought him up.
Oh, and contact is made between Rick Paco and Rick Canato. And Rick Canato is into the wall a ton. Lost his steering, ladies and gentlemen, and hit the wall for the second time over by the ambulance.
What did it look like?
The 23 of Steve Channing is spun around. The 00 was involved, although I don't believe the 00 came to a wall. Rick Canato hits the wall on the back stretch, lost his steering evidently and went directly into that wall over in turn 3. Rick Canato, ladies and gentlemen, has been running here excellently the last couple of weeks. He's had that automobile dialed in.
Yeah, Rick is one of the fortunate ones. He's got some excellent sponsors. Junior's Auto Supply, Mid-City Dodge, Joe's Family Restaurant, Almax Drive-In and Almax Diner in Fall River, and no. You knew they weren't going to get it. He lets them go all the way around. Propane Plus. And oh boy, Rigo did not get going. And all the parts that hold the hood together on Murray's car came apart. There's debris all. And there we go. But Johnny Tripp had hoped he could get up alongside of the George Rigo and at least get onside of his door so he couldn't close the door. He's going to try it again. But he could just barely get up to that rear tire. Not enough to keep him out there. Then he had to back up out of it. Hooley is on the outside. Hooley in the one. Houlihan in the one to the outside. Putting the old pressure on. Up alongside as Johnson's a little wide. Rigo kind of tucked under Johnson for a second, and that could be problems. Let's see what happens this time. Hooley had to lay into him to keep him in tight. Hooley laid into him to keep him into that corner tight as he got a little bit too wide. Watch Hooley lay on him. Look at him lay on him. Johnson going wider and wider and wider, and Hooley is hard-pressed to keep that door closed. He has to keep his groove. As Johnson continues to go that fast. Up Harrington used to do that all the time. Houlihan continues to lay on the side of Johnson through the turns, and the 99 around. We've got debris all over the racetrack. The 88 and the 99 both around. He's got his foot in it. He's got his foot in it very quickly. Johnson has closed the door on Rigo. Can he get the door closed tight enough as Tripp to the outside? They got him in a sandwich. Rigo has to back out of it. Rigo backed out of it. And Johnson holds on to that second spot. Dick Houlihan is first. Angie Johnson is second. Johnny Tripp in the 40 is third. Rigo with the 3-car of Gomer Taylor. Gomer Taylor right behind the 40 of Johnny Tripp. Here comes the Thunderbird, the 48 Thunderbird. And something is broken now on the 41. Lenny Ellis. Looks like his exhaust system is down. He'll be getting out of there. No, he can't get out of there. There's something wrong. He cannot get out of there. Lenny Ellis is breaking down, and he couldn't make it to the pits. He was trying. And so we have to bring it to a yellow flag situation now again, as Lenny is trapped out there and couldn't get the car across that line. And there it is, green and going. Look at the 40 of Tripp. Got down low and got by Rigo. The 48 comes on through and he makes room for himself. This is called taking a place at the table. Setting your own place at the table between the 40 and the 48. Imagine trying to put a stock car on there today. You used to do it for 1500. Dick Houlihan has the lead. Here comes the 40. Here comes the 9. They're chasing them. Gomer Taylor in that 3. Gomer Taylor in the 3. Oh, Taylor has to drop out. Taylor dropping out. He's got a problem. Lost a tire. That Lenny Bowler number 3.
Looks like that.
And now the green is out.
I just want to have a card.
Coming back around, it's Dick Houlihan being challenged by Freddie Estelle Jr. as the 40 a Tripp and the 16. Whoa, the 16 is really swirling. Young Johnson has got his hands full. As that 16 rocking from side to side. Freddie Estelle keeps the pressure right on Houlihan. It's Freddie Estelle putting it hold on the 68 of Stockel, 66 of Stockel. Goes for a long sweeping turn. And we must have water someplace. We got jam up everywhere. We got Rick Martin over the top of Eddie St. Angelo. We got the 74 over the... Rick Martin's got a lot of damage underneath. We must have water over there on the turn or something because everybody's getting jammed up. They're checking the 74 right now. He's coming out. Rick Martin's coming out. As the 48 gives Houlihan a bad time coming out of the turn. Fred Estelle Jr. trying to get ahead of Houlihan. The yellow is out. The yellow is out because Rick Martin is stuck in the tunnel. Rick Martin is stuck in the tunnel, can't get it going. And Houlihan coming down. Freddie gives it to him. And Johnny Tripp tries to get in there and make things a little more interesting as the Ford tries to build up a little momentum. And Houlihan breaks loose. Houlihan breaks loose and the 48 has the lead. With Johnny Tripp in second spot. Here comes Jimmy Wilkins. Here comes Jimmy Wilkins going along strong in that 5 car. That 5 car, very, very strong. He stays out of everything and just drives right through. That 5. Your leader is the 48. The 48 of Freddie Estelle Jr. Johnny Tripp. Dick Houlihan again tackles Johnny Tripp. Houlihan and Tripp. With 10 more to go. 10 more to go. 10 more laps to go. Right? Yeah. And the Ford is starting to stretch it out. Houlihan gets by Tripp again. Houlihan gets back his second. But the Ford is starting to stretch things out. Westport has the bit in his teeth and he's running with it. Fearless Fred, 29 years old, Westport, Massachusetts, has that 48 really motivating. Second in points in 93, winner of the Oktoberfest at Lee.
Walking along like I'm gonna, you know. You haven't seen anybody else do it? Did not do that.
What are you gonna stay there all day?
It was working for me.
Can I have you alone? Just him alone.
We'll do it. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. We'll do it. No problem. All right, crew, let's go. Wait a minute. Oh, I got. Oh, wait a minute. I got to put it down. Where are you home?
How about this little guy?
It's bullshit. Whoa. Don't stop. Wait, because we'll have hell of a balloon going up there. You know what I mean? Because you're not supposed to touch the top. Please. Touch the top. All right, Andrew. Now you're mad at him. Get over here, you.
I want to go him right now.
Oh, Robbie's in. You said not to go near it.
We got a two-way answer.
Let's give it to him.
In the front here.
Closer.
Come on.
Well, we have right now the typical on the track right now for the first three. Mike Hope, Dan Cole, Kevin Cole, second in the
No, you said 70s.
I didn't say that.
You said 70s.
It was you and Hop and Smokey Joe Del Genio in the other division with that Graham supercharged thing. You were the three guys that I admired.
I know he wasn't.
You had that thing with the funny looking snout on. I could think of it.
I understand he's not.
There's the green. There's a guy that couldn't have had a good life. Never could enjoy himself his entire life. You know, he never really did kick his heels. I always felt sorry for him with that wife.
Had no character.
And his wife had no personality. Mike Hope is bringing him around as Kevin Poland working hard to get around Mike Hope and is staying 2 by 2, side by each, all the way down the backstretch. We got ourselves a real good street division feature going right now. As Kevin Poland again gets a little wide. Kevin gets it a little bit of trouble every time he gets around. He burns that tire a little more, and then finally he'll lose it all the way, and he'll go to the back. But he can keep that tire cool. He can stay with him. It's a big car. There's Mike Hope doing a fine job. Hold on, they're 3 deep in that turn, and there isn't room for 3. Ooh, Al Clements in that 72 gets up close. There isn't enough room for this to continue. You better cut it out, you guys. Scott Fanning has got that thing around sideways. He's burning rubber. Still 3 deep. Al Clements again gets up against the Team Rizzo side. He must like it up at the Peckerbuck. Scott Fanning setting that thing sideways. Look at this in the backstretch of that 3 deep going into the turn. Look out. Look out. Melberg is in there. Who else? And whoa, way out wide goes the 110 of Poland. And Kevin Poland hangs on, but he's the one that lost on that encounter as they tried to go where no man has gone before. Here we go for the lead. Underneath the 53. Scott Serenditsky takes the lead away from Mike Hope. Scott Serenditsky taking the lead away from Mike Hope. And we got a jam up in that second turn. Can we get around and get going again? We can get him out of there. Trying to get him out of there. Looks like we're going to be able to. I don't know if you can see that car in there or not. Scott Serenditsky has the lead. Mike Hope is second. They don't even see that car, you know.
Probably do, probably don't care. Come on, we just go.
And he gets it going, gets it out of there. Scott Serenditsky has the lead. Hope is second.
Chip, 53 strikes two. Oh, he sold the car, huh?
2 weeks now. Hold on to that 74. The 74 into a spin. Bad. He gets nailed by the 05. The 74 gets nailed by the 05. I should think Rodriguez was pumping water instead of waving the flag.
I know.
Flag's too much for him. 2 to go. 2 to go. Serenditsky has the lead. Serenditsky has the lead with 2 to go. What's the other feature? White flag coming out. And look out, because that 46 car is coming in strong. That's Rob Rotundo. Here comes your finish. It's the 53. As Scott Serenditsky took over the tail. Nancy Sherman in car number 67 will be on the pole from Lakeville in the Speedy Muffler King Nicholas Trucking Automobile. Mike Camarara.
How many boyfriends you got?
Lots.
Now, once again, it's Victory Lane. Scott Serenditsky for the third time. Okay, we're at the 8th sector. Larry Oswald of Mansfield in the junior supply car number 47. Joe Scudero from car number 43 from Tiverton, Rhode Island. Sam Nassau. Rico from Lisbon in car number 23. Victory of Brookfield in California. Car number 38, Evo.
I missed it. You better kiss it.
Let's go. Company, Foxborough Transport.
Give me that. Wait a minute.
And Gary D. Gaspari Jr. from the second.
Wait a minute. Hold back up. Sponsor.
Big pace gets that 67 automobile out there and to move it. Down the inside, look at the 61 come flying up there. That's Carl Simmons in the 61 as he jumps some spots, but he gets thrown around by the 33 of Sharon Sylvia. Sean Sylvia really threw him around.
Oh, Jerry.
Mike Cameron takes over the lead. Mike Camera takes over the lead in that 86 car as he shows the taillights to Nancy Sherman. Tony Olszewski going backwards in the 7 car. Not doing well at all tonight. Massey Harmon working everybody over hard, trying to break out. Massey Harmon caught on the inside in that 40 car, working everybody over, trying to get up to the front, not doing well at all. Whoa, the 54 around, Rotundo around, bang! Larry only nails him hard as the number 1. Lou Rotundo gets around. Larry only nailed him pretty good shape. I don't know if he can continue to roll or not. And Nancy, yes.
Oh, she's racing. How is she holding up?
Pete Fernandez having a little problem keeping that 26 going in a straight line. Pete Fernandez having to back out of it for a minute. Halfway mark for Camera. And then 33, and who is that on the other side? The Hamasi?
They're locked together.
Hamasi Harmon is locked together with the 33. They're still locked up. Throw cold water on them. Hamasi Harmon and the 33 are locked together. Sean Sylvia. I didn't hear you. All right, Nick Green is out. Chopping woods. Nancy really taking advantage of a little bit of sleepiness on the part of Camara, and she has got herself a lead. Wow. Nancy got herself a good lead. Camara's driving like he's on dirt, trying to catch her now, throwing that thing around sideways through the turns. Nancy's way out wide. She's got to get it closed in as Camara continues to slide it sideways. Nancy's coming in low and coming out high, and that's going to cost her. That's going to cost her. Whoa! On the backstretch. Wild ride. The 43 gets kicked around and straightened out as Joe Cadera was going for a ride and somebody straightened him out. We got a tire going down on the 76 Napier. Napier's got a tire burning out. We can make it through to the end.
3 to go.
3 laps to go. Can Napier hang on with that tire? I think it was he that straightened out Cadera. There's 2 to go, 2 to go. It was Nancy's race to lose. And Napier loses the tire. Napier loses the tire. White flag coming out, white. White flag coming out. White flag for Camera. White flag for Nancy. White flag for the 63 of Kenny Spencer. As Kenny Spencer takes Nancy Sherman, but they're in traffic. Let's see what happens. Coming down out of the turn, it's Mike Camera. Kenny Spencer second, Nancy Sherman third, and the 91 after that. Whoa! The machinist for Lee Cam Company in southeastern Massachusetts, Mr. Mike Camera. Auto Parts. Car number 86, Mike Camara. Camera.
Congratulations.
Let's go. Go.
Hey, say, good job. Oh, get in here with your wife.
Okay.
Oh, what you got?
Go ahead. Go ahead.